So today's Wellbeing Wednesday, little bite-size self-care survival exercise, if you like. We're just sticking to 10 minutes. You can do this even in just 5 minutes, wherever. So we're just going to focus on some breathing exercises. So relevant for the current climate to give our lungs, our heart space, some well-being. So just by focusing on the breathing, there's so many benefits, particularly at the moment. Can't even begin to imagine how it is for you working on the front line at the moment, but I can imagine you're daily knocked off balance. And so focusing on the breathing, even for a short space of time, can just be a real anchor for us during these tumultuous times. So just to be still and breathe, as I say, anchors us, grounds us when we need it most. Also 80% of detoxification in the body comes from the exhalation. So we're going to be focusing on extending that exhale to help with our immune system, our general health and well-being. So vital again at the moment. It's really invigorating also when we get a fresh breath in with lots of fresh oxygen and nutrients. It can invigorate us if we're feeling exhausted. I can't even begin to imagine how tired you must be with all that you're facing at the moment. So a few rounds of deep breathing can be invigorating. But on the contrary to that, it can also calm us down if we're feeling particularly stressed or anxious. So when we breathe deeply, it releases those calming endorphins, which counteract all the stress hormones flying about. And also, I think it's particularly relevant at the moment with all the PPE that you're wearing. That's going to be restricting your breathing. We tend to use only about 10% of our lungs to their full capacity anyway. In normal life. So at the moment I can't even begin to think with the stress, with the hyperventilating, and then the added pressure of wearing PPE that's going to kind of impact our breathing capacity. So loads of reasons to just stop and breathe. So this can be done if you can't sleep at night, just to calm the mind and body. It can be done first thing in the morning to get you out of bed, just to invigorate you. It can be done on the loo. It can be done if you just need that time out, just to be still and breathe. So just for you to use whenever. 10 minutes is perfect, but if it's only for 1 minute, then great. If it's when you have had your COVID vaccination, then you have to sit for the 5 minutes or the 15 minutes, great. We're just trying to provide you with doable things, okay, in your busy time at the moment. So placing your hands on your tummy, fingertips touching, and that just brings the shoulders down and back. Now, if you're anything like me, third lockdown now and Christmas in the mix, you may spend a lot of time pulling your tummy in. Well, in this breathing exercise, we're going to do the opposite of that and push your tummy out like it's the base of a vase. So ideally, if you can close your eyes, that's great. So just in time with your breathing, you're going to inhale, push your tummy out like it's the base of a vase, so your fingertips part. And then as you exhale, pull that tummy back in. So inhaling, push your tummy out like it's the base of a vase. Exhale, pull that tummy back in. So in time with your breathing, you're going to inhale for the count of 3. Exhale for the count of 5. Inhaling for the count of 3. Exhaling for the count of 5. So just keep going here, just in time with your breathing. And if your mind begins to wander, just bring it back to the tummy and the breathing. Breathing in, pushing your tummy out like it's the base of a vase. Breathing out, pulling your tummy back in. Breathing in for 3 and breathing out for 5. And if this feels a bit strange, don't worry, that's really, really normal. As I said earlier, we tend to use only about 10% of our lungs to their full capacity. So what we're aiming to do here is to bring the breathing into the abdomen, to slow and deepen the breath so that we get more fresh oxygen and nutrients flowing into the body, which will invigorate us, but also extending the exhale, which will calm us down when needed also. You know this stuff, preaching to the converted, but just trying to guide you, hold your hands, or drag you, whatever you need most to do this for you, for nobody else, but for you. So another exercise that's a great one to practice extending that exhale and extending that lung capacity is to double the exhale in comparison with the inhale. So we're going to inhale for the count of 2, exhale for the count of 4. Inhale for the count of 3, exhale for the count of 6. Inhale for the count of 4, exhale for the count of 8. Inhale for the count of 5, exhale for the count of 10. And just keep going here, just in time with your breathing, 6 and 12, 7 and 14, or find the number that feels right for you. But just make sure whatever you inhale, so if you inhale for 4, you double the exhale, so you exhale for 8. And if neither of those work for you, because everybody's different, every day is different, just one more thing to think about, another little thing to try is just to breathe, just to stop and just to breathe, and maybe imagine that you're kind of surfing the waves. I bet you're doing a lot of that at the moment, stormy seas, getting through a storm most days, and just imagine that you're, as I say, surfing the waves. And if your mind begins to wander, which it probably will because you're on red alert, just bring it back. Imagine you're climbing back onto that surfing board and you're riding the waves again. So every time your mind begins to wander, just bring it back to breathing in and breathing out. And it is amazing. We can train the mind. It's like a puppy dog. It runs away. But if you keep on pulling the mind back, we can train it. So, just 1 minute a day is better than nothing. So, got some sea music here. Just focus on breathing in and breathing out. And if your mind wanders, just bring it back. Get back on that wave. Get back on that surfboard. And just in this moment, focus on the next breath. In and out, and then the next breath, in and out. In this moment, all you need to do is breathe. The one thing we're fortunate enough to depend on at the moment is that breath, that inhale and that exhale.